Sujemm Readers of the future. Hi guys, my name is Melanie Clark and I'm the author of the Christian fantasy series, The Sujemm. If you didn't know, the world building holds messages about Jesus, but you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. Today I'm doing the Thanksgiving Writers Tag with Faith Lane. This is my first collab ever. I'm so excited about this. It's a collaboration that I am doing with Faith Lane author. I'm hoping that you go check out her channel. And she is so amazing, so nice. And what do you usually say on your first collab? Everything is linked below. Faith Lane author. Her information is linked below. This is what the YouTubers say. Okay, so we're gonna start. We came up together with this Thanksgiving Writers Tag. And it's just something fun that we came up with. If you notice my shirt, it's candy canes. Candy cane represent. Okay, I will link a video about candy canes below. This was a huge inspiration for my book on the world building aspect. All right, so let's get started. A bowl of stuffing. Are you an underwriter or an overwriter? I think I'm an overwriter. So in one of the videos, I've mentioned that I'm not really a plotter, I'm more of a pantser, which is just to write by the seat of your pants. And I can link that video below for you. I thought my whole manuscript that I submitted to my editor for book one was the entire I thought that was the entire book one, but it's actually been split up. So I'm definitely an overwriter. Corn, no corn, salty butter, or sweet corn? And are you a morning or evening writer? I'm definitely a morning writer. 5 a.m. is my sweet time to write. 5 a.m. Corn, I love salty butter corn. My sister definitely knows. I love corns. Saying grace at the table. What chapter felt like a breakthrough idea came to you? A breakthrough idea for me would be at the very last minute of this year, I added clock gears into the story. So clock gears being illegal was not in the story until about this year in April, when my first editor was completely done and we were doing line edits, and all of a sudden this last minute idea that the clock gears should be illegal came to me, and I tell you what, it's so perfect for the story. I have a bowl of clock gears right here. This is what I use on my Instagram props all the time, and clock gears being illegal to wear as jewelry and just showing clock gears is seen as an act of war. That was such a breakthrough idea. It's so perfect for the story, and it came really last minute. Thanksgiving pie, pumpkin, sweet potato, pecan, or apple pie. I don't eat sweets that much anymore, but pumpkin pie. How many times have you wrote chapter 1 of your book? 16 years I've been working on the book, and I've written chapter 1 many times. I've lost count. Okay. Marshmallows and Yams Oooey Gooey goodness. What genre are you writing? Christian fantasy. I'm writing Christian fantasy. Young adult Christian fantasy. Dinner rolls, cornbread, or biscuits? Do you write titles for your chapters or prefer just numbering them? I write the titles of my chapters. I love to do that. I don't want to just number it. I have so much fun when I can title a chapter. I have title names like Butterfly Wings. You know what? Let me just tell you the titles of the chapter. So this can be just like something really fun that we do. I'll just have to find it. I should have them memorized, right? As many times as I have read this book, you would honestly think I would have the titles memorized. Okay, so here's some of the chapters that are a little bit different than usual. Frozen Shift, Twitching Antenna, Dragon Claws, The Light Messengers, Key Sunflower, The Shamar Scroll, Boiling Blood, Royal Beasts, Mad and Moody, Melchizedek's Roses, Hints of Eden Fire. This one's a different one. Memorandum 22-A-03-IL, chocolate covered pineapples, Pollen Rock Escape, Librarians, Poor Little One. I want to just read all of the chapters, the title chapters. That is just so fun for me. Cranberry Sauce. How long have you been working and writing on the book? So I've already said it, 16 years. Ham or turkey? Turkey. Turkey with cranberry sauce. Yum. Okay. Which perspective is easier for you, male or female? Honestly, I think female is easier, but my main characters are teenage boys. So yeah. Gravy, sweet or salty protagonist or side best friend. I think one of my protagonists, the main character, he is kind of salty. I think he's kind of salty, and the other one's really sweet. So, but things take a turn, a surprising turn. Dun dun dun. Okay, green bean casserole. Simple or complex characters and plot. I think I have a complex plot because it's a series, so it goes over with time. The 6 keys that destroy the planet. When you find out what they are, you'll see that it's making the plot complicated. My characters are also complex because I do want them to grow throughout the series. I would say everything is complex. Mashed potatoes. How do you deal with writer's block? I cry. I've heard people say there's no such thing as writer's block, but I have encountered writer's block a lot, where I just feel really stuck in the story. Sometimes I have a different type of writer's block, which is a world building block. It took me forever, years and years, to have the name Subsidiarian, the Subsids, and the Tarians. Like, the name is supposed to click for me in the world building, and sometimes I don't have that click, and it creates a block for me. That's a writer's block. I had a map block. But I do have story blocks. For me, a writer's block really is just, you know where you want the story to go, but it's not going in the direction that you want. And how do you deal with it? I really don't know, honestly. Maybe I can come back one of these days to that question because I'm still trying to figure it out. Homemade cheesecake. When and where do you get your best ideas? That's a great question, Faith. That is a great question. When and where do you get the best ideas? Honestly, I think on my drives to work. Sometimes I am driving to work and I will have these light bulb moments. I would say when I am driving in the morning when I'm driving to work. Because, so for the map of Planet Lernaia, I had a collab that happened on Instagram and Facebook where a lot of people gave me words. If you see the Sujemm book and you look at the back, you'll see the map glossary, and everyone that contributed words are mentioned there. And on my way to work in the morning, it just dawned on me that they were just getting excited about seeing their words on the map. I had this light bulb moment, oh, I can put their words into the book. It's not too late. And so I did that. Banana pudding. Give a scoop on a scene that is in your book that took you by surprise. Ooh, I think I have a tie. There's one where my critique partner, Tanya Mecklenburg, hey Tanya, Tanya Mecklenburg, my critique partner, she actually asked me a question, what does Mark's room look like? And it turned into an entire scene where it started hailing, snowing, raining in their room, and these things, this whole scene happened. That took me very much by surprise, but just this year, the idea of the interactive package envelope that I've been working on, which I will do another video about, that really took me by surprise. Scenes were specifically written last minute into the manuscript to support the interactive envelope. And the one that took me by surprise was the blinking leaves that they see in their dream. all of a sudden I knew what those blinking leaves were. They are the Bethel Sweet leaves. And I knew the trees, the Bethel Sweet trees. I didn't even know any of this when I was writing it. That took me so much by surprise. The entire chapter where they're talking about, which is really, it's really a funny one, where one of my characters, Doug, says, "Pucker up, Eden cup." Oh my gosh. Pucker up, Eden cup. I loved that. That took me by surprise. That entire scene just came all last minute, but it tied a lot of the world building and things that were happening in the beginning chapters. It kind of all tied in together, and it just really took me by surprise the way that it did that. So I was so happy about that. Macaroni and cheese. Are you writing a standalone, duology, trilogy, or series? I'm writing a series. How many books? I do not know, but it's definitely going to be a series. Whipped cream fruit salad. What are 5 things that are in your book? Okay, 5 things that are in my book. That's a good question. Okay, 5 things that are in the book. The romances that Eden Fire is, like, I guess a paranormal romance, I guess you could say. The majority of the world building holds messages about Jesus, but you definitely will not know unless I tell you, which, by the way, will be in the podcasts, and I'm working on that. The third one is, this is really hard. The ones that I came up with were the ones that were very easy for me to answer. The ones that she came up with were the ones that were very hard for me to answer. So, okay. 3. The third one. Oh, I guess like a fantastical supernatural element, like when you say Aleph, a blue flame rises out of their hand. When you say Destinea, things disappear. When you say Illuminix, a cinnamon stick appears in your hand. Pollen rocks are there, and they look like pollen rocks, like little acorn, little acorn crystals, kind of. That's what I kind of call pollen rocks. We have scions that are creatures that change from one to another, delivering mail. So you have a polar bear that delivers mail, and then all of a sudden polar bear changes to a peacock. So these animals can change continuously, and they are delivering messages. The one thing you would never know is that has an entire message about Jesus behind it. So I'll be doing a podcast on that. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That creatures changing from one to another. There is a podcast on that. Maybe I'll do some videos of sneak peeks on the world buildings, because I really want to talk about it. But I've been practicing every single day on the podcast as I drive to work back and forth. So I really need to get started on it. I really want it to be available to you soon. So, oh, okay. So that would be, yeah, that's good. That was number 3, right? Number 4 is an entire game is in the book. A game that doesn't exist on Earth yet. It's called 𝐓𝐻𝐚𝐬𝐽 50, and there's cards. Hold up, I'll get you one. It's called 𝐓𝐴 50. Here's one of the cards. Lamb. Notice the candy canes. And then lion. Notice the clock gears. So there is a card game called 𝐓𝐻𝐚𝐬𝐽 50. This is just one of the cards. That really all came about for the interactive envelope that I want to do a video on. So yeah, that 𝐓𝐴 50's in there. So like a card game. Okay, and one more. That was number 4. Number 5 would be a surprise ending, a cliffhanger. And remember, that was not planned. When I submitted the whole manuscript, I never intended to end book 1 that way. So please remember that. Yes, and that's it. That's it, guys. That's the Thanksgiving writer's tag. So I want to tag some author tubers out there to do this same tag. It's fun, especially that ooey gooey goodness of the marshmallows and yams. That is so funny. The ooey gooey goodness. What genre are you writing? Okay, so I'm tagging author Lizzie Murphy. I'm tagging her. And linked below is her channel. Brooke Passmore, I'm tagging you. And Laura A. Grace, I'm tagging you. Laura A. Grace's book is coming out actually on December 3rd. She is releasing her book, Dear Author. I've linked her below. Make sure that you check her out. She did a live reading on the first chapter, and it just really spoke to me. It was good. It was so good. I can't wait to have her book in my hands and read it. I will link all of their channels below. I'm tagging you guys to do the Thanksgiving Writers tag. I also want to tag a friend of mine who has helped me with the pronunciations and glossary. She wrote a wonderful book, The Malaville Conspiracy. Han, I tag you. I know you don't have a YouTube channel, but maybe you can do this Thanksgiving Writers tag on an IGTV, okay? That would be so fun. I also want to tag Adelaide. I tag you, Adelaide. I tag you. She doesn't have a YouTube channel either. I tag you to do it maybe on your IGTV, the Thanksgiving Writers tag. Her third book is being released this December. So, to end this is, oh my goodness, I cannot wait. These books are super addicting and good. Renee! I tag Renee Dugan to do this Thanksgiving tag. I will link her information below too. I should have wrote it down. I should have wrote down who all I was tagging. So I tag you, Renee Dugan. I tag you. Okay, guys. Well, Sammy's asleep. I can give you a little bit of B-roll, a little bit of footage on my little rabbit. Yes? Okay. Let's go. Let's go and see him. Feel free to do this Thanksgiving Writers tag. It would be so fun to join us. Feel free to do it. Don't forget to tag me and Faith Lane when you do this, because that way we'll know that you joined us. That would be great. Don't forget to go to Faith Lane's channel. Comment in her comments that you're coming from my channel and that show her some love, show her some support, and maybe subscribe to her channel. That would be amazing. It's linked below. So within the beginning of this video, I actually had some bookmarks. I had some bookmarks over here, leaning on here. This is a secret that is soon to be revealed. It's for the pre-order campaign. Okay, guys, well, and thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for all of your support, the likes and subscribes. I thank you so much for everything. All right, be blessed. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.